Very significant strides in growth and development happen between 4 to 6 months. This is because, as it is commonly said, this is the time when the left side of the brain begins to communicate with the right side of the brain. Hello, healthy moms, good day wherever you are. I am Larissa Livella, the Healthy Smart Mom, and welcome to Inyango. Here we talk about everything motherhood to make your motherhood journey easy. Stick with me as today we talk about developmental milestones in babies from 4 to 6 months. Like, what is your baby supposed to be doing between those ages? So today I'm going to be talking about these things which babies are supposed to do within the ages of 4 to 6 months, considering the 4 domains of developmental milestones, and then I'll go deeper to talk about it. So stick with me. Stick with me till the end of this video because I have something special for you today. If you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. And if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for visiting this channel today. Please remember to click on the subscription button and put on the bell so that each time I upload a video like this, you should be the first to know. And remember to share, like, and leave a comment because I love to read from you. At 4 months of age, your baby is really trying to get your attention. So for social and emotional milestones, your baby will smile at you to keep your attention. Also, they will chuckle when you try to make them laugh since they're trying to keep the interaction. So you can actually interact with them. And also, they'll look at you and move their eyes to look at objects for a longer time. For language and communication skills, at 4 months old, your baby will make a lot of sounds. They'll babble a lot. And also, when you talk to them, they'll try to respond with that kind of sound. Like, they try to just babble. I can't do it like a baby because I'm not a baby. And lastly, they will respond to your voice. Like, if they hear you coming and you say something, they'll actually turn to the direction where you're coming from. And furthermore, they are going to be able to turn when you speak. When they hear a voice coming from a certain direction, they are going to turn to that voice, and most times they will respond a lot to the mother's voice. For cognitive milestones, your baby tries to start to open the mouth when the breast is coming or when they are close to your breast, when they are hungry, and also they look at their hands with so much interest. Like, at this point, they are putting their hands in their mouths. Like, at times they just want to do something with their hands and so much more. So let's get on to movement and physical. At the age of 4 months, most babies can hold their head up straight without any support. Your baby's head should not be supported as much at this age because at this point they have gotten the strength to hold their heads up. Also, your baby can hold a toy when you give it to them. So they can actually hold the toys in their hands and then swing it to different directions and play with it. Also, at this age, as I said before, your baby can put the hands in the mouth and try to do funny things with the hands. And if you actually give him or her something at this point to eat, they can actually put it in their mouth and begin to suck on it when they are 4 months old. At this age, when you put your baby on tummy time, they can actually push up their elbow and forearm when they're in tummy time position. Now at 6 months old, what did I say? Like, the development between 4 to 6 months is amazing and I'm really just excited about it. At 6 months old, guess what? Your baby now recognizes the voices of familiar people in the house. Also, if you started taking your baby to the mirror, they love to look at themselves in the mirror. Like, they could stay there the whole day and not make noise. But I'm not saying you should start doing that with your baby. And at this point, you can actually laugh. Right, you could actually hear them laughing and know this child is laughing and having a lot of fun. That is it for social and emotional milestones. For language and communication, your baby can actually take turns. Like before, when you speak, they'll actually just make sounds. But this time, if you're making a certain noise, they try to mimic it and try to make almost the same noises with you. So at this point, they make a lot of noises. Also, one thing that they'll do is this, sticking the tongue out and doing a you know that, right? So some babies start that from about 3 months because of teething, but normally at 6 months, your baby does this for no reason. They do it for no reason. Like, it's like a form of play to them. So that's one thing you should wait to look for in your 6 months old when it comes to language and communication. For cognitive milestones, at this point, your baby can actually reach out to something and take it. So if they want a certain toy, they can actually struggle to crawl and get to that toy and take it. Also, they are putting a lot of things in their mouth at this point to experiment them. It's like their mouth is what tastes everything at this point. So anything you give the baby, they're going to put it in their mouth first. Whether it's your phone, it's whatever, it's to their mouth. So please make sure to clean things very well around you at this point. This is where it also gets difficult. A lot of mothers start semi-solids around 6 months, 5 months, 2 weeks, 6 months. 6 months is the right time, but this is the time when the baby can actually close their mouth, like close their lips, to show you that they don't want to eat anymore. So that is one thing you should also be ready for. Now, for movement and physical, at the age of 6 months, your baby is able to turn from their back to their tummy. So if you put your baby on the tummy, they can turn themselves from their tummy to their back. And also, if they are put in tummy time position now, they can actually lift all their hands. At 4 months, they can actually lift just their elbow and their forearm. But at this point, they can actually lift their body and put their palms down to lift themselves up. Isn't this amazing? So there is a lot of growth that has happened between 4 to 6 months, and we need to know these things. Another thing which your baby can do at this point is actually lean to support his or herself when you put them in a sitting position. So when you put them in a sitting position, that they actually sit, when they are tired, they actually lean on something. They know that they can lean on something to support their heads or their necks when they are tired. One thing I would like to tell you at this point is, you know your baby best. That is why I feel like medical personnel should be listening to the parents of the children more. If at this point you realize that there's a particular milestone which your baby has not met, or there are certain things that your baby used to do that it cannot do anymore, it is time for you to consult your pediatrician and tell them those things. Insist until they take action, because you are the one who spends more time with that baby, and you are the one who can tell first if there is a problem, and then they can sort it out and determine where exactly the problem is coming from and how to solve it. And if you've not subscribed till now, what are you waiting for? Please click on the subscription button and put on notification bell, so each time I upload a video, you should be the first to know. So last week I talked about developmental milestones in 2 months old. If you did not watch that video, check it up here and you're going to see it there. Click on it and watch. And now for the gift which I promised at the end, I'm going to be dropping the developmental milestones in the description box, a book, a full book from 0 to 5 years old. All you have to go there is go down there, click on the link and go and download it. It's all yours, so that you can actually track these things. Yes, follow me up here and ask questions for things which you don't understand, but then you have everything in your hand, so that tomorrow, even when you don't have time to watch these videos, you have a book which you can use to track your child's development. And one thing I would advise for mothers to do is, if you can print this book out, print it out and track your baby's development. If you have a baby who is below 5 years old, print the book out and track their development. It's going to help you a lot and guide you also activities that you can do with your baby, which will help them to get to those developmental milestones as fast as possible. And also it's going to help you with questions which you can ask your doctor. When you have more information and you read a lot about a certain situation, you are in a better place to ask the right questions to your doctors or the people who are around you giving you formal medical care. You are in the right place to ask them, which is the reason why you should be knowing these things. You should know these things so that when you get to the hospital, you're not completely blank and you can ask the right questions and actually help your child preserve their future. Because how a child develops will determine their health and how they perform in school and other places in future. It can actually determine how successful your child becomes. So we need to take action now. We need to learn the signs and act early so that we can actually save our children from future troubles which we would have been able to take care of. We are their parents and it is our duty to do what is right for them. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. If there is something you want to tell me, just drop it there. As I said before, I am delighted to read from you guys. Mothers have to know developmental milestones. Nursery teachers and attendants have to know developmental milestones. Fathers have to know developmental milestones. Like anybody in the world who has children around them needs to know these things, because it's very, very important. And you can solve a problem which would have caused something very serious later in the future. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is what I had for you, and hope to see you here next week as we talk about developmental milestones, probably from 9 to 12 months. Because we've said everything from 2 months to 6 months, and now you need to know the way forward. We said we are ending at 9 months this month. I hope that is okay by you. If you want us to go more further and talk about from 12 months to 5 years, then drop it in the comment section and just tell me, and I'll create videos for it. And even if I do not finally create videos for 0 to 12 months, from 12 months to 5 years, please click under this video and download the milestone book, which can help you to track the milestones of your babies. It is very important. Do not take this for granted. Wisdom is power, and you have the power to determine where your child will be tomorrow and in the far future. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did not subscribe, please click on that subscription bell. It makes me so happy, and it helps this channel and helps other mothers so that YouTube can push this video to more mothers. So click there, share it with somebody you know. In fact, share this video with some of your family members and tell them to like the channel, to subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot get to more mothers. This vision is a big one, and I can't do it alone. I need you on it, sharing our videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, and pushing this video so that more mothers can watch them, because by impacting one mother, we impact our whole family and we impact our children. Thank you again so much for joining me today. See you next week, and stay blessed. Let's keep raising healthy, wealthy, and exemplary moms. Bye-bye.